Today on the Wisconsin series, we are going to be making Chicago style hot dogs. And you're probably thinking, well, what does that have to do with Wisconsin? Well, I'm going to get to that. First of all, one of the important ingredients, and there are a few ingredients you have to make a classic Chicago style hot dog. And the first one is you have to have poppy seed buns. And they're usually served on a steamed bun, a steamed poppy seed bun, but I could not find poppy seed buns anywhere up here. I even thought of ordering them on Amazon, which you can order them from them, but they were kind of expensive for, you know, a few buns. So I decided against that, and I'm just going to go with the Artesian Earth, which is by the same company as Country Earth and Hearth. I don't know for sure how to pronounce that. Country Hearth, and the other one, which I don't remember the name of that right offhand now that I'm thinking about. Oh, Village Hearth. Okay. And then I think there's Artesian, Country, and Village, something like that. So I'm going to go with these, and I know you're not supposed to, but I'm going to anyway. Usually they have, you know, the poppy seeds on the front. I suppose you could, if you wanted to, you could put some on yourself or something, or I don't know. But you should use it should be a steamed bun. There's a company called S. Rosen that carries them. You can buy them here in Wisconsin, usually like at Woodman's, Festival Foods, I suppose might have them. Pick and Save, you know, maybe places like that would carry the Rosen poppy seed buns, or a different variety, or a different name, I should say, brand name of poppy seed buns. But up here in the woods, they didn't have them anywhere. So I'm going to go with these, which is fine. These are good too, and they're a nice, you know, big, big hot dog bun here. I'll cut them later. Looks like I gotta cut them because there's a lot of stuff you gotta put on these little babies. So, and the second thing that you're gonna need are the hot dogs. And that's where Wisconsin comes in here for the Chicago style hot dogs. Normally, I would use or recommend using an all beef kosher hot dog, like what's the name of that? Hebrew National is what I usually use. I haven't made these in quite a long time, but I usually use the Hebrew National all beef kosher dogs. But today I'm going to bring out the big dogs, and I'm going to be using the Big Dog beef hot dogs made by Cher. Cher has been a Wisconsin company since 1928, and I think, or they were, I don't know if they still are, but they were the official brand of, I think, Wisconsin Badgers there for a while. I'm not sure if they still are, but I think they might be. You can find Cher at Brewer game, Packer games, I'm pretty sure. They used to. They may have changed since then. It's been a while since I've been there. Been to a Packer game or a Brewer game. But yeah, so Cher. If you've been to Wisconsin at all, you know the name Cher. So, like I said, they've been around since 1928, making their authentic sausages and hot dogs, ring bologna, etc. They're located in Manitowoc. So, there you go. So, normally, like I said, I usually use the Hebrew National all beef, but today we're bringing out the big dogs. I'm going with the Cher Big Dogs. Like I said, they used to be the official hot dog of the Badgers. but whatever, they're really good. We love these. You know, we don't eat a lot of hot dogs, but in the summer we do, and every once in a while, you just want a hot dog. I mean, I do. And I don't even care if they're in the microwave boiled, which is what you do with the Chicago style, boil them. Grill, whatever. Sometimes I like to just stick them on a little stick here and put them over the open fire. Those are good too. So yeah, summertime, we do like our hot dogs. So that's another important ingredient. Another ingredient you gotta have for your Chicago style hot dogs are the sport peppers. And I bought the sport peppers, the Chicago style relish, and the yellow mustard, and the celery salt from Vienna Beef, which is located in Chicago. If you've ever been to Chicago, you will see hot dog stands all over the place with umbrellas. They're usually, I think, yellow and blue and red or something, and they always sell the Vienna products. So, I mean, you pretty much gotta have the Vienna to make your Chicago hot dogs. I bought all four of these through Amazon. And I bought them all, you know, they all came together. It's like a 4-package dealie. And you gotta have the sport peppers. You just have to. You can't have a big one or a little one. They have to be sport ones. So, there you go. And like I said, you get a lot of them in there. So, you can make a lot of Chicago hot dogs with the jar of this. I mean, so all you gotta do is buy the hot dogs. I don't even know how much they go for anymore at those stands. I mean, they must be expensive because hot dogs aren't cheap anymore either. I mean, they've gone up. And they used to be cheap. They aren't anymore. Anyhow, so you're going to need some sport peppers, Vienna Beef sport peppers. This company's named Vienna Beef. And another thing you're going to need is some yellow mustard. Now you can use any brand you want, but I thought I'd stick with you know, traditional, classic yellow mustard from Vienna Beef. You can use, what is that, French's mustard? Whatever you have. I'm sure you probably have some in your refrigerator. So there you go. And next you need is some celery salt. This is also from the Vienna, you know, beef company. I'm sure the celery salt, you only shake on a little bit. And I'm sure this is going to last me a very long time, but that's okay. I can put this in potato salad, whatever. Potato salad, tuna salad, you name it. So this I never mind with the spice. And then you are going to need the classic Chicago style relish. Same company. It is neon green is another thing. They also call it a neon green because it actually is very green. I mean, there's food dye in here, and you have a problem with any kind of, you know, food dye coloring, maybe just use regular food dye, or regular relish, not the neon green. Neon green is pretty much the classic Chicago style hot dog. You know, every time you order it, you're going to get it with this neon green. Like I said, it is very green. And there is, I do believe, I don't know, green dye, red dye, whatever dye is in there, I don't know. I mean, I'm walking towards 70 years old, so, I mean, dye is the least thing I have to worry about. So, what the heck, right? I mean, you know, I'm not too worried about eating food dye at my age. I got other things to worry, more important things to worry about than that. And the next thing you need is some sliced tomatoes. And you only want like a thin sliver slice of a tomato. You tuck that in next to the dog. And that's it, a good tomato. And you need some chopped, I have all these wrapped up because it's really warm today. Just some chopped yellow onions. There you go. And you want them kind of small, I mean diced. You don't want a big chunk of, you know, like even this might be too big here, but that's okay. Yeah, you want them nice and chopped, diced, I guess. And last but not least, you want a pickle spear. And it should be, doesn't have, well, yes it does have to be a dill. Should be a dill pickle spear. And I know the Vienna beef also carries their own brand of, you know, pickles. But I just went with what was on sale, which is okay. And those you also lay on the other side. So, we're gonna get our hot dogs boiling, steam our buns, and then we'll be back to assemble our Chicago style hot dog made with the Big Dog hot dogs from Cher. Yes, there we go. Cher. Okay, we'll be back real quick. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna assemble our Chicago style hot dog using Cher Big Dog hot dogs from Cher in Manitowoc, Wisconsin. So here we go. I gotta go get one. Hey, no barking. Nope. And here we go. Here's our dog, our big dog. Big dogs from Cher. Put in our big dog. Whoa, that's a big one too. Okay, there we go. Now, I am going to put one pickle here. It's a certain order, but I'm not going to get all picky with that today. Not really, no. Then we got our little bit of 2 sport peppers. Right up. And our little slices of tomato, which, hey, we'll do this number. There we go. And here's another little piece. And, ooh, it's going to be, hope it doesn't fall through there. Okay, we got that, we got that. We got onions. Onion. Yeah, ooh, there we go. And then we have our neon green relish, which is classic. Oh, good too. Yeah, I like that. Ooh. And then we're going to take our mustard. We're going to give that a swirl. That. Ooh, looks good. Now we're going to sprinkle on our celery salt. Put on as much or as little as you like. And there you go. Your classic Chicago style hot dog made with Cher Big Dog dogs. There you go. See you again here on In the Kitchen with Lynn. Bye-bye. Enjoy. Okay, relish this and that. Okay, here we go. Shake that up. Ooh. Yeah. Give it a little squirt on there. And we gotta have our celery salt. I think I got everything on, yep. That actually makes it too. Okay. Now, I'm going to take a big old bite if I can lift this up. The only thing we don't have is our poppy seed buns, but that's okay. Oh, Oh God, that's good. Messy as hell, but good. Good that. I gotta go. Look at that. Wow. Oh. 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 Oh, that's good.